Music is a very cutthroat industry that many artists don't make it in. Traversing the music industry is not an easy task for the faint of heart. One artist who has absolutely obliviated the music industry is Taylor Swift. Taylor got her start in the industry at 14 when she signed with Sony ATV Music Publishing and Big Machine Records. Taylor quickly took the music industry by storm with hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me. You can't deny it either. We have all blasted those songs in our cars on our way home. Taylor's music and fan base continue to grow when she transitioned from country to pop music on her album Red in 2012. Her official transformation to pop star happened in 2014 when her number one singles Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood all hit the Billboard Hot 100. Taylor Swift has recently been having to re-record many of her own albums when Big Machine Records sold her titles to Scooter Braun. Taylor's newest re-recording, Red, Taylor's version, has just been released and has already made it into the limelight. I have met with a few Swifties themselves and got all the hot news on Taylor Swift.
So, Scott Borchetta from Big Machine Records, the company that she had been signed to since she was a teenager, practically sold all of her masters, all of her records, any of the music that she owns to Scooter Braun, who manages other popular celebrities like Justin Bieber, for example, and refused to basically sell them to her. So, Taylor is having to re-record. She has to re-record her debut album. She's already recorded Fearless and Red. And she has to also re-record Speak Now, 1989, and Reputation. But Reputation can't be re-recorded until November 2022. But I think it's a really good thing for Taylor to be taking back what she owns, as the music industry is actually really dirty. And I think that what Big Machine Records and Scooter Braun did to her is morally wrong.
I just think it's all really unfair because she's doing so well with her re-recordings. Like, she's on the number one charts and everything. She's making lots of money, and everybody still wants to treat her like she doesn't deserve it, and that like she shouldn't be re-recording her albums whenever literally people stole her work from her.
So Taylor has always been a focal point for, like I said, sexism and being treated wrong. But since Red, Taylor's version, has come out, a lot of people have been giving her a lot of hate. Some of the songs that she wrote 10 years ago are coming back to surface, and people are accusing her of, not being over it or anything like that. She released a 10-minute version of her song All Too Well, which is a fan favorite that her fans asked for, and she's released tons of merch and even put out a short film for it. And it has caused a lot of issues because it points Taylor as the victim, which she was, and she is trying to get the message out about what happened so that it can prevent other girls from doing what she did. And I think that the media is making it out to be more than it really is, because Taylor herself has said that she's over it, and a lot of people are speculating, which Taylor never says who she writes her songs about. And it's just really caused a frenzy in the media, and it's making Taylor get all the hate that she received 10 years ago. It's all coming back to surface. And it's a really sexist thing, because when other artists such as Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran will write breakup songs and release them, they're painted as this really wonderful, well-written thing. But when Taylor Swift does it, oh, she's boy crazy, she's a serial dater, she can't get over anything. But unfortunately, that's just how the music industry works. But Taylor continues to defy the odds and not let any of that bother her, which I really admire her for. So, Taylor's music is the first memory that I have of music from her debut album, and it's Picture to Burn. It's the first song that I can vividly remember ever knowing every word to. And I've just followed her from when she started to now, and I feel like I've grown up with her, and and interacting with like her fans online, and it's like making friends, and it's not just Taylor's music, it's just like the whole community around being, I guess, what you would call a Swiftie. And I just think that she's a really strong person, especially dealing with so much sexism in the music industry, and how terribly that she has been treated, and how she always comes back stronger. And as a woman myself, growing up in a really small town where sexism does exist, it's nice to have somebody to look up to who has defied all the odds, and it just inspires me to not only be a better person, but be a better woman.
Taylor Swift just really inspires me with her music because she's written so many emotional songs, and I've been through some pretty hard things like with high school and everything. So her music just really helps me get through high school, and it's really inspiring and just makes me want to keep pushing through high school and finish high school. My favorite Taylor Swift album is probably Reputation, because that album just really was whenever I first started like listening to music on my own and not just like what my parents made me listen to. So that album really made me become fully a Swiftie. I've always liked Taylor Swift, but that album made me become a Swiftie. And then I also went to see her in tour for that album, and it was literally the best tour I've ever been to. It was so fun. I'm probably the most excited for her debut album, Taylor Swift, because that album came out whenever she was so young and she didn't have like a very mature voice, so her songs are probably going to be a lot better. And her song I Heart is one of my favorite songs by her, and that song is only on CD, so I'm really excited for it to be on like Apple Music and everything.
So I'm personally most excited for I'd Lie. I'm pretty sure it will be on the debut album when she records it. I used to listen to that song like on YouTube when it had first come out, like years and years ago. So I'm really excited to see how her vocals have matured. You can't listen to it anywhere but YouTube, so I can't wait to be able to have it on Spotify and listen to it whenever I want.
Thank you all for watching. This has been Documentary, Taylor's version.